What's
Hi,
up,
Lucas.
man?
Uh, are you guys excited to come down here to Brazil? I know Adrian knows Brazil already, but
So excited. So excited. It's so
I
good every time and get to bring. Go ahead, Jack.
yeah, I've been to Brazil before on vacation, and I'm excited to come eat more picanha and drink caipirinhas and have a great time.
And it's Sair bowls.
yeah, and excited to feel the energy from the Brazilian audience.
This is one thing that I'm particularly excited for because for years people have been asking for us to come to Brazil in the comments and
Yeah,
in the messages and stuff like that. And from what I hear from my Brazilian friends and stuff like that, they really bring the energy. So this is going to be very fun.
yeah, and you guys have a double duty in Brazil, the pre-party and the festival itself. So we know the festival concert will be in the theater like. So it's different for a closed club from the pre-party. How do you guys will prepare the set list from these concerts?
Well, that's a good question. I think that the bangers, the set for the festival itself, is probably a lot more friendly to everyone. Whereas I think it shows a wide range of the things that Seven Spires does. Whereas I think the pre-party is geared a little more intimately, with maybe some special moments that we feel like we could say to people who maybe have known about us more specifically for a while.
There's certain things that are only possible in the pre-party. To reveal that would be no secret.
Mhm.
But as for the different, you said the pre-party is a more intimate setting in terms of the stage, and we doesn't really matter what size of the stage or the size of the audience. We always play the same
Yeah,
as best we can because yeah, that's I think that's what you should do. And the only thing that really changes is in my mind, besides like, okay, yeah, there are certain things that are only possible in the pre-party, but the only things that change in my mind besides that are, is the stage big enough that I should wear something that takes up more space when I walk? Like a long flowing coat that flares out as
yeah.
I'm dramatically entering the stage? Or does it make more sense for me to wear something very form fitting so that I don't accidentally, I don't know, get my long shirt caught on the China symbol or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. And we know maybe in the theater, like we'll be in the Waves stage on the Bangers Open Air. Maybe try to people get up because there are seats in there, so the people just to party better, stand up and doing a good concert, right?
Ah, I didn't realize there would be seats. That's very good.
Yeah, there will be seats in there.
Is the vibe usually like, come on, guys, get up, let's go? Or,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
it.
Sometimes there are venues where it's like, okay, I see there are seats or there are like cocktail tables. And if I see this, I understand, ah, the vibe is an evening with Seven Spires and not like, come on, you guys, let's go. So
Yeah.
for that, I'll bear that in mind.
So, and about the latest album, The Fortress KO Home, carries a much denser and a more introspective, emotional weight compared to previous work. Thus, playing these deeply personal songs live, especially for a crowd so passionate like in South America, demands a different kind of energy or headspace from you on the stage.
In a way, yeah. I mean, the songs, all of our songs have always been super deeply personal, at least to me. And I think we all find our own way to tell that story from our own perspectives on our respective instruments. But yeah, there are certain songs that, how can I say? I think since I'm the lyricist, I had to spend a lot of time with certain songs to desensitize myself emotionally so that I could do the job of the singer, which is to stand there and deliver the song and be the portal two people's emotions safely so they can have that, like, I'm able to feel this very painful thing for 7 minutes. Let's say it's a 7 minute song.
Yeah.
uh, I know that it'll be done and we're okay and nobody died. But in order to provide that safe experience, I have to be secure and stable too. So there is an amount of preparation that goes into that for sure.
So, and about the incredible collaborations that you guys have, I actually had the pleasure to interview Royka, and I think it was past week, and you guys have supported for Seven Spires, especially since the This God is Dead. How crucial has this kind of mentorship and validation from the veterans been for your confidence and growth as a band?
I could speak on this a fair bit, but if somebody else would like to go, please feel free.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that's me. So Roy is, we can easily say, my favorite metal vocalist, period. Um, so to have him on the record on This God Is Dead was a huge deal. We knew about it at least a year before the album was released, and this was one of the most difficult secrets I've had to keep in my entire life because um and then we performed together a few years ago at Prague Power, and that morning, um it's okay to say this out loud because I told him like last year. That morning at the artist hotel, we were waiting for the shuttle to the venue, and I had to go outside into the parking lot and I threw up. I was so nervous. And then we played the show and then I cried. Um, and then I like tried to pull myself together. And actually Pete's mom was backstage and she gave me like a big mom hug and I was like, "No, I'm gonna cry some more." So it's it's a crazy thing when someone you look up to so much becomes a human in front of your eyes. And to play these songs, we had a rehearsal with him in January. We played all of the songs that will be part of his set list, and these are songs that were such an integral part of my artistic becoming many years ago. And many of them were like during the era where I thought like, oh, it's time to start a band. And then I met Jack, and so I showed him Camelot and blah blah blah. So it's, how can I say? I think there was a moment a few years ago after that first performance together where I was like, man, nobody can tell me anything now because I did it and we did it, and that was awesome. I try not to rely on external validation anymore, but sometimes it's okay to have a little treat like that sometimes.
Yeah. And talking about this collaboration with Legends, it's for entire band. Do you guys have a goal that oh, I want to do a collaboration with this musician, with this singer?
I feel like we go ahead.
Well, we may be getting at the same thing, but we have several goals. I think it really depends. I mean, we would love to, of course, we would love to return to places like Asia. You know, we were in Japan at a certain point, so we would love to go to more of Asia. We would love to come back to places like Brazil after this time. If the energy is truly what you say it might be, then hopefully we'll come back. We would love to do more headlining shows in general because then we'll be able to play longer sets and deliver more of the music. And then of course there are lots of like stretch ideas that I am kind of hesitant to talk about because if we actually pull them off, uh, then they won't be surprises anymore. So there are a few things like the Roy Khan collaboration that we would really like to do one day, and hopefully if we're headlining tours in the future and if we come back to some of these great places, then we'll be at the level to pull off some even crazier stuff.
Okay, so still talking about the collaboration, we know you guys have collaboration with bands is in the same level like Eight Infinitum. It's not a competition; it's always a partnership. So how does this growing alongside these peer bands fuel your own creative fire? And looking ahead, what are next steps for Seven Spires with these collaborations involving and seeing?
This is actually, this has been such a cool thing. Working with Ad Infinitum on their last US run, we were the direct support. And I think I first really started talking to Melissa during the pandemic. We were like WhatsApp text buddies.
Yeah.
And she and I talked about this while we were, I think, sitting in the back lounge on the bus. When we were younger musicians, we always looked at, the girl group. It was always like Elise Ride, Simone Simmons,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. And she and I were both like, yeah, of course we gotta like work hard and like join the girl group and like we gotta be part of that. And then at some point on 70,000 Tons in January, um, there were a bunch of us girls that just like spent the day together at the beach, and it was like me and Melissa, Fabian, and Sophie from Helveti, Miri from Illumishade, Catalina from Haggard. And at some point, Melissa and I were talking about this, like, oh, we have, we're not really from the generation of the musicians that we looked up to, but we are this generation's that. I don't know if it's wrong to say that or if that's weird to say that, but it was sort of a wake up moment of like,
Yeah.
oh, we got to tell this to ourselves 10 years ago. That So I don't know if it fuels the creative fire necessarily, but it definitely is super heartwarming, and it's a really nice thing to like. It's so great to be on tour with people that you just really like. And I'm always extra happy when like there's another girl on the tour bus because I'm like, do you want to do skincare with me at the end of the day? So yeah, and it's nice to have somebody that really understands like the woman's perspective of working in the industry. I mean, it's a question that I always hate, like, what's it like to be a woman? But like, if I can actually talk to another lady about weird stuff that happens to us, man,
Yeah.
that's it really helps bring some comfort, and the comfort yields more creativity. Yeah.
Okay. Narrative has always been the core of Seven Spires, with the constant shift between extremely and melodic clean vocals and harsh screams. Do you feel that crowd's energy dictates which persona or emotion stands out more during a live performance?
Hard to say because I feel like we all do this on our own instruments in different ways too. Like instead of harsh vocals, like maybe Dylan's playing blast beats or something. But I don't know. I mean, guys, feel free to jump in, but I feel like we know how we each feel on a given day, and we know the set list that we prepared for a given tour. So we just try to bring our best at.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think that the music itself, uh, playing it live is a nice emotional release. So there's space in there, especially because we have created it and spent so much time with it, that there's space in there that feels very natural for, to kind of let out what it is that you're feeling on that day. So there I've played the same part many different ways from a sort of feelings standpoint, depending on that. So I would agree.
Okay, we have just one more minute. Just to finish, do you guys have a message for the people who comes to Bangers Open Air? Could be in English or Portuguese. I know you guys are learning. I saw some videos that Adrian is talking in Spanish, so if you guys can risk a Portuguese.
How do I say, um, looking forward to seeing you there. Let's do this in Portuguese. If you can make like an easy version, I would love to say that because that would be the message.
The easy version, I don't know, but you can say estou ansiosa para ver vocês.
Oh, again, please.
Estou ansiosa para ver vocês.
Yeah, says. Oh man, I have to practice this one, but I will say that we're super looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Yeah.
Coming for the first time. Pete looks like he wants to say something too before I my ass off. Sorry.
I was gonna try saying that, but I echo Adrian. We are very stoked to be there. Don't miss our set at Bangers. If you're going to the pre-party, we'll see you there too. We've got 2 different sets, so we're stoked for that. And if you don't know us beforehand, check out our music, check out our YouTube videos, and all of the other stuff that we have online. Don't miss this special first time in Brazil that we're so excited for.
We
Okay,
think-
so
I just want to say, you know, after so many years of reading comments, come to Brazil, come to Brazil, come to Brazil. I just want to say congratulations, you guys did it.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we had to make it happen. So thank you very much for your enthusiasm. See you soon.
Yeah, see you guys. So thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.